lovely YouTube, and I know no one's getting any notifications when you come in, hang out, whatever. Um, Someday when I have the money, I'll be able to put some fun. I'll be able to put my studio together the way I want it. Want to talk a little bit about that Puck article by Matthew Bellany or Baloney or whatever the hell his name is. I read the first half, was like, okay, this is interesting to me. Read the second half and went, it is basically excusing Kevin Feige for being a poor steward of Marvel, and attacking Bob Chapek, just like I'm trying the other line. And it's really interesting to me. It's very interesting to me because, hey, Alan, because I didn't see this coming. In fact, now, after thinking about it since last night, I'm convinced that the person that Bellany is talking to is Bob Iger, or one of his little guys. Okay. The first article about Kennedy threw her under the bus. I mean, it basically just threw her under the bus. But this one is poor Kevin. He's done such a good job with Marvel. That mean old Bob Chapek, he's such a hypocrite. I mean, it's really an attack on Chapek big time. And an indirect attack, an assault on Susan Arnold, which is fascinating to me. Here's the thing that people are not familiar with. Bob Iger at one time was not only the chairman of the board of Disney, he's also the CEO. So he had no one to answer to. Nobody. All right. And it never used to be that way till he showed up. All right. Imagine this little Napoleon as president. Scary. This came at a time when no one said we shouldn't be buying Fox. The price is too high. It's not worth it. We know they have a catalog that could be part of the streaming service, but which is why they bought it. But as far as like what it was worth, it wasn't worth the money. And Rupert Murdoch was like, take it, please. I mean, Murdoch knew he was screwing him over. He was screwing Iger over. I mean, I can't imagine a ruthless, cunning old bastard, a downright reptile like Rupert Murdoch, I can't imagine him not enjoying Bob Iger's freak out right now, okay? It's just, to me, it's mind-blowing, a lot of this is. And then, of course, buying Lucasfilm with no intention at all, admittedly so, in his biography, no intention of doing anything that George wanted to have done. No intention of keeping his promises. Okay? All right? Then we come and find out that the only reason why Disney got their hooks into Lucasfilm is because Marion County wouldn't let Lucasfilm expand. Oh, yeah, yes. Of course, he's not making any money on his stocks right now, John. That's probably piss him off. But this puts this whole debt business and going on shopping sprees has put Disney in a really bad spot. Okay? Another thing that people don't understand. Here's another thing that people don't understand. Kevin Feige obviously is being protected by whoever, or this is an attempt to protect him by somebody. I'm because the way it was written, I assume it was either Iger or somebody on Iger's behalf to protect Feige. Okay, you have to remember, Feige's the golden boy. Okay, what did I say before? Bellany throws Kennedy under the bus. All right, that was I thought that was when I read that I thought that came from Chapek. And now I'm pretty sure it came from Iger. Because I think, people keep saying she's got a lot of stuff locked in videos and stuff she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Why hasn't she used it? Okay? You gotta ask those questions. Unless there's mutually assured destruction going on, and there very well could be, she didn't have anything on anybody or she would have used it. Okay? So, Iger throws her under the bus. Okay, he threw her under the bus the moment his biography came out. He never mentioned her. Okay? He mentioned George. George Lucas is the wealthiest man in Hollywood. Okay? He's a multi-billionaire. Okay? Those billions came from his brain and his hard work and the stress he put on his body. He actually, I think, either had a heart attack or nearly had a heart attack when they were editing A New Hope. Okay? So when people say he's a billionaire, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He sacrificed a lot for what he has. What are you going to do about it? Every penny he has, he deserves. Okay? He deserves. All right? And he's been very generous with his money to his employees. Bonuses, and other things. Like, I heard a rumor that when Jake Lloyd got himself into so much trouble and was having emotional issues, that George actually paid for his hospitalization. Helped him out. Okay. That's George Lucas. All right. Iger makes excuses to him. He doesn't make excuses that he doesn't make excuses with Kennedy. He just doesn't talk about her. Okay, so I think in 2018, Iger really saw who she was and was like, okay, fine, we're done. I'm done with her. She's got to go. Okay, tried to figure out a way to get rid of her. Now, I don't believe she has a contract that's ironclad like the way some people are talking. I just don't see it. There's something else at play here, okay? This could just merely be the quality of mercy is mightiest and the mightiest. I don't know. But, the fact is that no one in the mainstream media has said anything about her getting a new contract. We're all just assuming that was true because Frank Marshall retweeted it. Meanwhile, you're right, Asia. Meanwhile, let's go back and what's going on with Indy 5? They're still filming. All right. Antonio Banderas posted on Twitter that he was on his way back to London to film Indy 5. Oh, my washer's done. And that they were, and then I heard that they were going to wrap in January. Okay. I think these are all the reshoots. I think that's what's going on right now are reshoots. I think everything that they filmed in Sicily and Morocco, we're going to see that footage. I think a lot of the other stuff was a reshoot. I think everything that Phoebe Waller-Bridge was part of, that maybe she had a hand in writing, is gone. Okay, that's what I think. There may be more reshoots in the future. It's going the typical way a Kathleen Kennedy produced movie would. Without Steven Spielberg there, without George there, without Howard Kazanjian there, without any of these guys. You know, yeah, and we've only ever heard that rumor that I told you guys about, that I didn't tell you what it was. I've only ever heard it in one place. But I gotta say, it's the only thing that, I mean, it really, what's going on, it makes sense. And of course, also, Harrison Ford slow rolling his injury when he realized what they were doing. How the hell did those rumors get to the Daily Mail? You know, if it goes on YouTube, no one, I mean, the powers that be are just gonna, whatever. Okay. Got to the Daily Mail. All right. Somebody, hey, Joker voice, does not want that movie to go ahead the way it was. Okay. All right. That's bottom line. But let's go on a little bit more here. Protecting Feige and not protecting Kennedy. That's something that I screams Iger to me. I think the Bobs were on the same wavelength with Kathleen, especially after the Gina Carano mess. Okay. It really, I mean, I'm really, really interested to see where this all goes, because we are going to hear about it someday. Someone is going to say this is what happened, and we're all going to be going, and we should. I mean, I would say if someone is an investor, it doesn't matter if they're a mom and pop investor like me and my husband, or their Carlyle group, we deserve to know what the fuck is going on. That's our money. Okay, that's our money that you're fucking around with. So, this article in Puck, if you can get 7 days for free. It's not a sweater, it's a t-shirt. You can get 7 days for free. Oh, hey Eldridge. Go read the article about Kevin Feige. And they're protecting their favorite. It's somebody protecting his favorite son. But they did not go to bat for Kennedy. And it's got to be Iger. Because I don't see Chapek wanting Feige around anywhere. And I'll tell you why this is going on. Kevin Feige knows if he loses his gig at Disney, at Marvel, he may not have another gig. Okay? He is a one-trick pony. All right? And I said this in my upload today. One of the biggest phonies in Hollywood, even a bigger phony than Kennedy, because she really couldn't hide her incompetence. I don't know, Azria. I don't know. Is Kevin Feige. He's done nothing. The people that made Marvel what it was are the Russo brothers. They want him gone. They've almost said that. Hey, Dave, did you get that email that I sent? They want him gone. I mean, look, you got Jon Favreau quietly assuming control, not going out there and saying, and making public comments the way the Russos were. Okay? All right. Russo's publicly condemned Feige in his decision-making with Marvel. Jon Favreau quietly went behind the scenes and did what he had to try to fix what was broken. Okay? And in some, you can say, well, he was right to do that. It was a professional way, and it was. But the Russos, being very public about Marvel's downfall, hey, Carlos, is also a way to go too, because now people were talking about it. You know, I'm literally like with this. And the reason why, it's because we've got the Leslie Headland, please, we're signing this LGBTQ girl who doesn't know what her pronouns are, just like me. And because she's that group, you can't fire her. You have to make the show 3 weeks before Iger leaves. That's not enough time. Chapek, they're trying to put, pressure on Chapek and Arnold. Chapek and before Susan Arnold comes in, I hope they're afraid of Susan Arnold because they should be. Okay. They, they're terrified. And Iger is trying desperately on his way out the door to cause as much pain and drama for Chapek. Okay. This is his way again of inserting himself. All right. And it's like, dude, hi, Kojak. Hi, buddy. Come here. You want to say hi? Say hi to everybody. Here, Kojak. Say hi. Koji. Koji, come here. Koji. There he is. There's the boy. He's had a very quiet day today because I had to go to the post office and do some other things. And tomorrow I'm going to be gone Christmas shopping. So, but I'm telling you, all right, this shit's going down. This shit's real. With what? Well, here's the deal. Cameron said January 1st he expects a bloodbath. And I don't blame him. And it's going to be everywhere. It's not just going to be in the studios. But again, remember, if the studios can't do their job, people aren't going to buy the merchandise, nor are they going to want to go to the parks. Okay? All right? I do. I really, really do. I mean, I think look, there were people complaining that she represents stakeholders. Her. Like, so that doesn't matter. All right, a shareholder's a shareholder as far as I'm concerned. And they don't want someone from that retail financial end. Because the people that gravitate toward the creators have done such a swell job the last 12 years. I mean, here's what you do when you look at that. You look at Bob Iger as an example and go, you really want a continuation of that? Do you? Because that's what you're advocating for. Okay? She comes from the Carlyle Group. Now, I know a lot of people out there, bigger channels, who aren't intellectually curious enough to figure out who she is or who the Carlyle Group is. Carlyle Group is literally one of the biggest, most important, secretive financial houses in the world. They protect and manage the President of the United States money. George W. Bush, Slick Willie, Barack Obama, okay? Okay? These guys are serious. They're not kidding, okay? The thing about financial people is that here's what you got to remember. If they do something wrong, make a mistake, or do something illegal, they will go to jail. This is serious shit. Managing money is a very, very tough, serious job. And that's where Susan Arnold is coming from. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. How woke do you think somebody who oversees accounts worth multi-millions is? Do you think they're worried about pronouns or a guy with makeup on? How do I address him? Or how can I be an ally to you? Do you think that you gotta be fucking kidding me, all right? They're serious. Bob Chapek's a serious guy, okay? Susan Arnold comes from some of the most serious places in the American economy, all right? And that's the truth. So no, she's not going to be woke. And I agree with Cameron that come January 1st, when I'm laying in bed with a hangover, realizing I have to make prime rib, I'm going to be laying there looking at Variety and Deadline to see what's going on. Now, why has it taken so long for any movement? It's a process. We don't know what Kennedy's contract really is. Bellany said it was for 3 years, but are we sure about that? You know, are we sure about that? No, she won't, because look, Disney has cover with her. We could be wrong and say, well, the acolyte, blah, blah, blah. And I'll tell you something. The reason why this stuff, the reason why I don't think the acolyte is ever going to happen, okay, is because of who they're saying they're in talks with. Now, being in talks doesn't mean that it's a done deal, okay? Now, the girl is listed on IMDb, but just the way the news said is that it's not a done deal. If it's an if-then contract, which she's young, no one knows who the fuck she is. Hey, Lady Sandy. So, okay. I mean, these are the things you have to remember when you're thinking about what's going on here, okay? They were going to have Brie Larson in this movie, and now she's not. If Brie Larson was signed on to do it, I'd say, yeah, it's happening, okay? But I honestly don't think that with this girl that it's going to happen, okay? And if it's an if-then contract, that is meaningless. And that usually happens with a young actor or writer, and if they develop and greenlight the project, then you'll be paid. Then you'll be the lead. That's what that is. It's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, Cameron has had this happen to him, okay? And they still do it. They still do that. So they're trying to put pressure on Chapek with this girl, and with Arnold showing up, I don't think there's going to be any pressure, because it's going to be like, I don't know, Dave. I don't know at all. Well, I'll tell you something. Susan Arnold was the only one saying we can't buy this. Matt Piranha, they already have said who's in charge of content. That's Dave Filoni. Okay? It's Dave Filoni. Um, I, I'm gonna say I don't think that, I mean, literally with the death of Rogue Squadron, it's canceled. I mean, I don't care how they spin it. There aren't any feature films right now for Star Wars, even though you look on the projected dates of movies coming out, I don't see any of them coming out. I really, really don't. But the only thing Star Wars has right now is a bunch of streaming stuff on Disney Plus. Okay. Boba Fett, first episode, 29th. Then I think Bad Batch. Then I think Obi-Wan or Andor. Then Obi-Wan, and then Mandalorian, and then we'll probably get the first episode of Ahsoka. Okay. I don't know when they'll start filming Ahsoka. They're taking their time with that. I'm really hoping that because this is the first live action thing that Dave Filoni's really been done, that he's listening to both George and John about how to put this stuff. Now, I did again find out, I think it was last night on Doomcock, that Susan Arnold was the one saying we can't, she was the rebel. She was the lone voice on the board of directors saying no, 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 no. I mean, we can't be doing this. So I think with her ascendancy, it's going to be a different day at Disney and a better day. Okay. I don't see anything. I'm not worried about Star Wars anymore. I'm getting frustrated with people who I don't care about it and then they talk about it. Or, attack Cameron Pasha as being a phony or something like that when he's still in Hollywood getting ready to do a deal with, I don't know, but, and everybody they talk to is a has-been, you know? I'm sick of it, okay? When we speculate, and it's right, it's because we thought about it. It's because we did our due diligence yesterday. I went, got a free subscription to Puck so I could look and see what was going on there. Okay? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm not really worried either. I mean, I think somebody posted a very old article by some dipshit at Forbes, not Scott Mendelson, basically saying they needed to have a Ray TV show. No, we don't. We don't ever need to see that 2x4 with a mouth ever again, okay? I mean, I'm sorry, we don't. That was in 2020. We are going to hear about it from them. That is just the way it is, okay? We're going to have a lot of those people. And we just got to be patient. Eventually, they'll get bored. The outcry about Ghostbusters Afterlife has died down. And that's it. I mean, that's where it is. And the world is changing. I look at the political landscape, and the president, he's got an approval rating of he's polling at 22%. What the? Kamala Harris is worse. Democrats are retiring and leaving Congress right and left because they know they're going to get steamrolled. There's no political will on the left to do anything. Oh, she is. Okay, I gotta go because I'm getting here's a little bit of a headline that just came out. Alex Kurtzman's head of TV just quit. Okay. Yeah, you're right, but I gotta go because I want to see what Cameron was saying. I'll see you guys around the galaxy. Something else comes up, I'll let you know. See you later.